agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Grant Ward, as High, as Evil Grant Ward, all that stuff. Please, DragonCon in the way that only DragonCon can. Show your love and appreciation for Mr. Brett Dalton! I want to point out, by the way, that I did not plan this, but I'm wearing this Jerry octopus t-shirt, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is...
We're among friends here, you know you planned that.
Yeah. No, I planned that.
Oh, snap!
Yeah, got my Hydra ring going.
Oh, this is...
We're trying to kill,
This is my best angle.
We really don't want you to die, because you did that far too often on the show.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking, like, what was it, the finale where we get to see the real High face, like, you know, the octopusy face.
Yeah, they forgot to put makeup on.
Yeah. that's what those HD cameras would do.
Yeah.
Perfection. But, you know, the mythological Hydra, this is such a random thing. The mythological Hydra is more serpent.
Again, we're amongst friends, go ahead.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's more of a serpent than like a sea creature. So would you, or an octopus type squiggly looking guy, would you prefer to be more of a lizard man than an octopus man?
No.
I have no idea where you're going.
I'm just saying, like, you know, it would be like High, but it's lizardy. You're not what I'm throwing down, but...
I don't know how to answer that.
It's crap. It's a crap.
Well said, sir. You want to come up here? That's my Twitter ghostwriter right there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, speaking of Twitter, you've been using you used the hashtag Hive Survives. Well, first off, I mean, you certainly are getting a lot of like traction on that.
Yeah, my wife and I retweet that as often as we possibly can. I mean, you know, it's at least like, I'm guaranteed a like.
At least one like.
Yeah.
But no, it has to be nice to see that the fans are so like bummed out to see you gone and maybe gone from the show.
Yeah, again, thank you for reminding me.
Digging that night.
Maybe I should have said yes to the lizard man question.
Yeah. I'd like to treat this panel as a character witness or as a hostile witness. Hostile witness, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I've been called worse. Yeah, I mean, I think a TV show without any problems is not a very interesting TV show. So, you know, I've been the opposing force for a really long time. And, you know, this guy, he's been on quite a journey. Hasn't he, fellas?
Yes.
He started as one thing and ended as something completely different. And I've got to go on this journey step by step. You know, I think that he just made a good bad guy. I mean, and a bad guy that we all cared about. And, you know, I can take some of the credit. Most of the credit. But also, you know, the writers also did such a wonderful job because that big turn happened in episode 17 of season 1. And they still had 5 more episodes in that season. That's plenty of time to do a like redemption arc. Like, oh yeah, just kidding. And they didn't do that. They kept me bad, which I think was the more interesting choice. And I think at every turn they've done a more interesting thing. So it's, you know, again, I'll take some credit, but also, you know, if it weren't there on the page, I wouldn't have anything to play. So that's why I started writing my own scripts. Season 5? Watch out. It's actually turned into a baking show, believe it or not. He cooks up some mean
Souffle.
frittatas.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, certainly you got to play with the character in so many different ways. And did you have like any expectation that this kind of show would really be able to develop this character so nice? I mean, you don't always get that opportunity on a gig, like on a TV gig like this. Was every script sort of a like Christmas morning, opening up a new package and just being like, wow, okay, where are they taking me now?
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple of big turns that happened in which I was called into the principal's office, essentially, and they sat me down and they're like, okay, well, so you know this clairvoyant guy? Yeah, that's Bill Paxton. Okay, so that means you are alive still? They're like, yes, you're a spy. Oh, awesome, great. And then they sat me down again. And they're like, okay, so you and Coulson are going to have a little field trip to this little place called Mavis. He's going to stick his robot hand through your chest. Alive still? Kinda. There's a serpent, okay, on this planet who's going to inhabit your body, and then you get to go back to Earth and play a whole other character. But I like Ward. I was just starting to get him. They're like, okay. And then they sat me down again, and they're like, and I was like, alive still? So it was a very sad day. It was a very, very, very sad day. But I've had a really good journey. If I was on any other show, I would not have gotten a chance to play 3 separate characters, essentially. And, you know, I do have the writers to thank, and the fans as well, because they listen to you guys as well. And you know, something about the character was really connecting with the fan base. And, you know, it was just, it turned one of the lesser interesting agents in the beginning into, I think, the most interesting agent. So, you know, thanks to you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for the love. Even love to hate. Or hate to love. As long as there's love in there somewhere, I don't hate.
I think that also speaks to just the performance, the fact that he was a bad guy, really bad guy, and then a bad preacher guy, and then, but still a likable guy to watch, or a likable preacher guy to watch. And
well, that's what I learned.
But no, likable preacher guy. But you know, certainly within these comic book properties, you know, there's dead is not always dead. There's always a possibility of time travel, resurrection.
Yeah, just ask Coulson.
Just ask. If you were to, you know, just dream pitch a plot that you were able to come back
and not a cookie show?
Not a cookie show. Okay, a cookie show too. But which version of Ward High would you come back as? Would you want to come back sort of in the good space where we think he's kind of good? Flashback or whatever, would you want to come back as full-on bad human Ward or alien Ward?
Well, you know, I heard a really interesting idea today about a lizard Ward. And I thought, you know, at first I wasn't feeling it. This was, I mean, like 10 minutes ago. I don't know. I really don't know if that will work. Plus, the whole idea is you cut off one head, 2 heads grow in his place. He has a tail. And those tails, a tail grows back. So I was like, that doesn't make sense, Aaron. I don't know how to do that. But
I'm going to stand by the dragon thing, all right? Or the lizard dragon thing over the octopus thing. I workshopped that question with my mom, okay?
give her one call.
Yeah. Go on.
Does she have any baking ideas?
Make a great frittata.
Okay. Hey, this is good stuff for season 5. Cannot wait.
The extended frittata universe.
Exactly.
All frittatas are connected.
Oh man, yes they are. Yes they are.
But yeah, where would which Ward would you want to go back to?
Oh, I'm supposed to answer that question.
Yeah, that's a legit question. Yeah.
Okay, a legit question. Yes, I really liked this Hydra Lord or Evil Lord. I feel like I was really starting to understand who he was and his motivations, and they gave me all this great stuff. They even brought back my younger brother. There was all this closure that happened. I just felt like I finally started to understand the guy before they called me to the principal's office and told me about the whole robot hands.
Yeah.
Getting a little too handsy. They're a Maven. So, you know, that would make a good TV show too. Maven edition.
Maybe, yeah.
And what do you cook? You just cook like all those like weird plants.
I like it. And then it would spin off like real house hydras.
Oh,
maybe.
dang! Oh, dang, that's good.
I feel like I'm bringing it back a little bit.
Absolutely. And instead of handing out roses, you hand out tentacles.
And he would cut off like his own little one. Yeah.
Tails.
Marvel. I mean, really.
You know?
We should probably work on this with my mom first, though.
Yes, again, get her on the phone. Get her on the phone, please. Did that answer your question?
Sort of.
Cool. Next.
We have the microphone right here, so if you guys have questions,
We actually have one right over there.
Oh, okay.
Don't snap. The dog has a question. There's a dog in front.
Or
Captain
is
America
it?
dog.
And we put him to sleep.
Oh.
No, he's falling asleep.
But already people are angry with me and what I've done to dogs. Don't start that.
Hi there. What's up?
Hello, God.
God says, go back to
You finally answered me. Am I coming back on the show?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Back on the show. This is how God commands it.
I really don't know who's talking. Oh, okay. I could not see.
Dude, octopuses regrow limbs. Hydra. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Octopuses regrow limbs. Octopi.
Yeah, they also have really cool camouflage. Like if you guys see here, this is actually something that I did earlier because I wanted to make a demonstration. If you guys just look at the back of the table.
Good camouflage.
My question is, what was Dub Smash Wars like, and any fun stories from it?
Dub Smash Wars was great. I'm just thinking about that. Fun. That's gonna come back. I ate to myself. You got me increasingly ridiculous. Okay. Dub Smash. I'm taking this seriously. Yeah, the Dub Smash Wars was fun. I was sort of peripherally involved in that. That was more Clark Gregg and Chloe Bennett and the Agent Carter guys, and they had a lot of fun. They actually raised a ton for charity, and that was a ton of fun. So, do I have any fun stories? Aaron, does your mom know any stories?
You should probably call her.
We should probably call her soon. I mean, I don't know. I think that the Haley is great, and we go to many of these cons together. And before it was a thing, it was a challenge and all of that stuff. We did a few. I'm a very big fan of 90s hip hop and you know, West Coast gangster rap and all of that stuff. As you can tell, you saw me, and you're like, that dude knows what he's talking about. Straight out of Compton, that dude. So I understand. Yeah, exactly. You know, the mean streets of Campbell, California. I don't know if you guys, yeah.
No.
Very small music scene. Very, it's just myself in a room with iTunes Garage. Anyway, yeah. Forgot the question, but getting back to it. So we did Vanilla Ice, and that was fun. And then we also did a Not But a G Thing, which was also fun. So I don't know if I have a fun story other than I said the word fun. Fun story. What?
You did one with Chloe.
I did one with Chloe, yeah, she's very good with all of that stuff, and you know, often it's just like, do it! It's not like, hey, do you want to do this, or what should we do? Hey, here you are! And I'm already being filmed, and so anyway, that's sort of how that went. But yeah, hopefully we can do something in the future that'll be fun. Season 5. In the intro.
Hello, I really like S.H.I.E.L.D. a lot, but
That makes all of us.
the first 4 or 5 episodes I found were a little bit tough to get through. I was wondering what it was like with the chemistry of the team and how long it took you to get accustomed to the rest of the cast.
Well, I think it takes any show a while for it to find itself. I feel like, you know, even the critics would agree that once the events happened in Winter Soldier, it really changed our show. And a lot of people say for the better. You know, it was Marvel's first foray into television. I think that we had an incredibly strong we still have an incredibly strong fan base. We started the ground running. We had an incredible start to it. Our pilot was directed by Joss Whedon, the incomparable Joss Whedon. I mean, it was amazing. We spent a ton of time on it. But you know, it does take a while for a show to find itself, and so I feel like maybe that's kind of what you were sensing. Anyway, the rest is history. I don't know how to end that story. Fun story. But yeah, I'm glad that you stuck with it because you know, here we are opening season 4, and yes, I'm not in it, so it'll be slightly less good. But I think that they got a lot going for them, and Ghost Rider is showing up, and there's a lot of cool things that were hinted at the tag. New director of S.H.I.E.L.D., other stuff that's coming out, I think, for season 4 that's going to be really great. Again, they don't send me scripts anymore, so I don't really know, but you know, I will spoil as much as I possibly can.
Do you feel when you're working on a network show that's a 22 episode order?
Yeah.
It's great because you got a gig. This is, you know, you're buttering your bread. You got the paycheck.
Again,
but,
season 5. Yeah. That's how where you're going, Aaron.
So season 5, you come back. But do you feel the weight of like 22 episodes sometimes? Like, man, like we're only a quarter through the season or halfway through the season. Does it ever feel a bit long at times?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, we definitely get show envy when, you know, after 13 episodes, our friends are like, peace, what are you guys doing? Still shooting 10 more episodes.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So, yeah, I mean, it is a lot. Thankfully, we all love each other, and, you know, we just get better and better at it. There you go. Out of the way. You want your shot?
That one moment where it looks like things are just going to hell.
Next question. Yeah.
For each of the 3 different incarnations of Ward, which was the most challenging kind of scene or plot point did you find?
The one where I was naked and honey.
I think I was on set, like,
I remember you
Right after
taking
that.
those pictures and I was like, are those personal? And you're like, no.
And on my eBay account that you.
Funny story, that honey recipe is actually season 5. Did that answer your question? I don't know. What are we doing here, guys?
Was the honey warmed up or was it cold?
Yeah, so here's how that day went. All throughout the day, everybody was like, hey, we got the thing warmed up for you, so no problem. It's going to be nice and comfortable for you. Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate that. 15 minutes before we're about to shoot. Okay, great. You going to make up all that? Yes, so it's cold now. Okay. What happened to warming up? See you on set. So I don't know what happened exactly, but it was cold, and they couldn't get close because I was surrounded by all those bodies, and then the ooze just kept oozing out. And so they couldn't walk and have any, like, gooey footprints and stuff. So I had to, like, glop this stuff on me. Oh, you missed your ear. Okay. You missed the back ear. Okay. Great. The whole thing, I really wanted that to end as quickly as possible.
God, I hope that was one take.
It was not. It was not. But, thankfully, I looked good at that point. I worked out enough for that and then stopped after that. Last shirtless scene? Okay, cool. Donut time. Again, season 5. So yeah, I mean, honestly, that was as funny as that story hopefully was. That was one of the more challenging things, even though it's on the paper quite simple. He rises up. Adam's like.
Pretty warlike at the end of that shoot day, yeah. Right.
Hi, my name is Eternal Van, and I think my question just got taken, so I was going to ask about the most challenging stunt.
About the honey?
I think we just
Good,
covered
good.
that, so... But I think we just covered that with the honey. So my question is, what turned out most differently when you saw it on screen as opposed to when you were filming it and how you imagined it was going to look?
We put in a lot of effort and time into our fights, and often when the shows are over a little bit, they're the first ones to get cut. So I remember for one of the biggest fight scenes that we had to date, or at that point. It was in season 1, and it was after First Kiss with Sky. Winning. And then we could sort of jump out of that broom closet, and I dispatch 12 dudes. Or maybe it was 20, maybe it was 200. Tuesday. So anyway, so I go and do all of that stuff. And that's like a B unit day, so you shoot the story and then the action stuff is on a separate day. So for that day, we shot 12 hours. There was at least 2 cameras rolling the whole time, even some GoPro stuff. I mean, we were exhausted, and that was from top to bottom. It was a whole choreographed thing. Exhausted, bruises, everything. 40 seconds of screen time! So, and I understand, I mean, they have a story to tell, and with action, it's like, okay, fighting, let's get to the end. Ward wins, great. That's how you tell that story. But, you put in often a lot of work and a lot of...
Was it a good 40 seconds, or was it a horrible?
I think it was the best 40 seconds ever. I mean, on screen. So sometimes that's what happens with fight scenes.
Especially surprising since an all-day shoot, that costs a lot of money. So then pare that down to 40 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, we're on digital now, so before we would say, oh, we're wasting film, and now we say we're burning bites. But you know, it's all kind of the same. I don't know. Maybe that is. You know, they haven't hired me yet to do their finances.
But for season 5. Hey there.
Hey there. Oh, she's got a boat with. Oh goodness. Oh, here comes the hard-hitting questions that you guys are here for.
Hello.
Try to keep you on your toes.
Throw me in there.
First of all, Skyward is the best ship in the world.
Not a question, but cool.
And so, based on Skyward, I drew you something. Can I show it to you?
Oh, please do.
Okay.
Come on up. Step right up. Nobody can see that from over there.
Oh, my.
Take the stage, my dear. What's your name?
Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
This is the kind of hard-hitting question I knew we were going to ask you, and I appreciate you guys being here. Where are the photographers at?
Do you want to be an artist? Are you in school to be an artist? Is that what you want to pursue?
I'm only a senior in high school, so I hope to.
You're on your way. That's fantastic work. Really good job.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oi! Sign it! Sign it!
I'll sign that anytime you want. Yeah. Oh, that's
That was
nice.
very sweet of you. And great
Okay, guys, she set the bar.
work. We hope all of you brought fantastic artwork.
You don't want to see my artwork.
Is it all wood and honey based?
So obviously we've been fantastic in all 3 incarnations of Ward. I also absolutely love your part in Until Dawn.
Thank you.
And I was just wondering, how different of an experience was it filming, start to finish episodes versus having to do, all of the alternate possibilities of a video game that had such an incredible scope to it?
Cool thing about video games, no honey. Number 1. Also, I just had to wear black pajamas all day shooting the video game, and then they just put little dots on my face and put the camera right here. It's kind of like having a close-up the whole time. Or just like talking to Aaron.
Oh God.
Which he clearly enjoys. So yeah, they're different, but at the same time, there are some similarities. I mean, knowing that the camera is that close, it actually captures everything. It's like being on a close-up shot, 100% of the time. And so it was really cool to know that the camera was there. It's all about adjusting to the size of the room. And so when your room is right there, it captures everything, and you know that it is. So for some of those smaller moments, it could capture that. And that's what I think made the game so interesting too, is it had all that nuance. Of course, when you're screaming, you're screaming. Like, it doesn't matter what size of the room you're in at that point. You're screaming. Your hands just got chopped off, whatever. But like you do, again, Tuesday. Fighting 100 dudes, hands chopped off. Same thing. Yeah, I think that it was nice knowing that there was something there that was going to capture everything that you did. And also we could go off script a little bit with the video game, which was fun. And I got a chance to be funny as well, and I didn't get a ton of chances to do that. There was that one scene with the holocom, which they wrote, which was very fun. And I think they have an outtake, which is about 4 minutes long. Which is comedy gold. They were similar and different, and yet they were both great experiences at the same time. I've ran out of things to say. So, Yes, thank you for the question. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Howdy.
Yes, I just want to say I really appreciate your performance. I was wondering about when you initially saw the character of Grant Ward, and one, how much of an idea you had about his development, and maybe what some of your process was to bring out the kind of intensity that you had, because I think that really sold the character. Because he could have come across as really silly, or at least just not really intense a villain.
That's what I was going for.
Really? Then you failed. You didn't get any of that.
That's why you're not.
And so I felt like
That was good.
but the opposite of that, you did really good.
Okay.
So he was really intense as a character, and I was wondering how you approached that, because it really, I don't know, for me, it really made the show when he was there. So.
Do you do a lot of character development to get into that headspace? And
Breathing exercises?
Breathing exercises? I'm trying to hyperventilate as much as possible. No, I mean, this character's journey has been one step at a time, like everybody else's on the show. I think it's been a greater arc, but it's not like I had the knowledge of where this was headed. All I knew is what happened in this script and, when they let me see it, the next script. So I didn't, this whole thing was evolving. I thought that he was going to be kind of this tongue-in-cheek Indiana Jones kind of character in the pilot. One of the first things he says is he's talking to Kobe Smulders, and she's like, what does S.H.I.E.L.D. stand for? Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement Logistics Division. Okay, yeah, but what does it mean to you? Somebody really wanted our missiles to spell S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, that's just fun. And I thought that he was going to be kind of more of a wisecracking character, but then they sort of decided to focus on another aspect, and they sort of deliberately, I think, underdeveloped the character a little bit. They kept hinting at this really dark past, but they didn't really show you much. They just kept pointing to the window. They didn't know. And so then when it all got revealed, then it was like, okay, great. The whole thing has been, it's a team effort, really, with the writers and the creators and everybody. So, it's not just like it's not like they were throwing me into a lake and saying, hope he can swim. I don't know if this is going to work. It's like, this is an important story point, so it has to work. So they were on set making sure, if I had any questions. I didn't have a ton of time to sort of do this big heel turn, but they were all there, and we made this. I think it's a real team effort in making this person who he is. So yeah, just kind of one step at a time, man. Really, the first time I saw Ward, I was like, dude, you look like me.
Yeah, I saw a guy that looked exactly like you yesterday.
Really?
He even stopped for me to take a picture.
Take him out. Competition.
yeah.
He's not an actor, is he?
Well, it turned out that he was wearing your jacket and everything. He was
Oh,
really
I met that guy. Oh, he's really cool.
Do not take him out, please.
No, he's cool. But anybody else?
best cosplay costume ever.
Yeah, it was great. He put the work in.
Well, as far as that character development, I know you talked about this a little bit after the season finale, but did you feel like that final scene, that specific final scene, did it kind of bring all these versions of Ward together? And was there any kind of sense of peace with Hive, I guess, right there? Dog also wants to know. But yeah, talk about that final scene, because it was intense, and it's kind of interesting trying to figure out what's going on in his mind, and if there was even any Ward left in there, any shred of Ward.
Right. Well, first of all, let me say, as Luke will attest, and I've said this before, it is dangerous to date Scott. Because we did. But I don't know if all of the versions of Ward came together. What I really like about that particular scene is that you're up there with an atomic bomb. It's about a minute and a half away from exploding. I don't need to do this. to like inhabit, to turn him or sway him. I don't need to do any of that stuff. I mean, there's no point in doing that. And it's kind of like, I don't know, being on a firing line or something like that. It's like you know your end is coming, and you're thinking about all of the decisions that you made and what you've done with your life. And I think that hopefully what we saw in that moment is that he still had good intentions. He really wanted to make the world a better place in a messed up way. But he really did. And I think that's what makes good heroes and villains, is that not how dissimilar they are, but actually how similar they are. They both have similar objectives, but they're going about it completely differently. And so, I loved that moment. It was a strange connection between two people that have no business having that connection or having that moment, but they were both up there, and that's what happens when you're in space with an atomic bomb. You connect with people. You do. I wouldn't try it, but I'm just saying, true to life.
Well, it was. You can try once.
You're following that up? I'm gonna get serious. Okay.
No, it was really nice. It was a nice piece of character work. It really was, instead of the villain raging against, his demise.
He went out with a whimper.
Yeah, it was
Not a bad way.
I liked it. Yeah.
Thank you.
You got my approval.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, well, That's all. Right. Hi there.
Hi,
Hi, Javon.
Hi.
Aww.
Thanks. Anyway,
Love it. Sandwiches are great.
Anyway.
Anything else? Did you want to ask a question?
Maybe. I don't know. So like what y'all were saying, Ward changed a lot throughout the 3 seasons. And what was the most rewarding aspect of playing that arc?
The most
Rewarding.
rewarding.
Yeah.
The honey.
Saving that up.
Got it now. Yep, took a while. Forget
Should win an award. I love your award, Rip. Keep going. Just let me out of the psych ward. Okay,
Oh boy. I was hoping he would take a sip, and I was hoping
so hard. Is that yours? Just want to make sure you're ready. There's going to be, whoa, the lights went off. I thought there was going to be a spit take. Okay, I'll do it later. What was the question? Yeah, I mean, all of these things have been very rewarding.
Good story.
Except for the honey.
Except for the honey. I don't know what to say. They've all been really, really good. Cool. Sorry, that did not answer your question at all. Do you want to ask another one?
I'm fresh out of questions.
Yeah.
She's like, after you handled that one. Kind of.
All he did was war puns. That's not a question at all. These war puns, they weren't even that funny.
It seems like he had really thought about them too.
Mine was accidental. He spent time with it.
Word material.
Telling my friends about this. So thank you for the question. I think we'll buy.
That was very insightful. Thank you.
Sorry. I'm trying to answer this. I'm sorry.
I've always loved the show just as a standalone story, but of course it was supposed to be a tie-in to the MCU, and we had a few really great cameos that helped to bridge that gap a little bit. I was just wondering, what MCU movie cameos would you have liked to work with on the show?
Oh, anything?
Yeah.
Anything?
Hey.
Yeah, that would have been great. I think that this last Avengers Civil War would have been dope. Would have been just amazing. I feel like from top to bottom, that was almost a perfect superhero movie. I mean, it was just great. And, you know, even the culmination of this big giant fight on the tarmac. Okay, you got all the superheroes and they're fighting the other superheroes. Like, on paper, you're like, this could be cool or this could be crap. And I think that they just nailed it. Everybody had their moment. It had this beginning, middle, and end. It's sort of like Spider-Man stole the show, Ant-Man stole the show. I mean, that's really hard to do because on paper, it's like they fight on a tarmac. That's it. It's the guys at the computer doing all of that stuff and, you know, obviously the actors as well and stuff. But there's not a ton of dialogue. Like, that's just a big extended fight. So, anyway, I thought they did a good job. And it would have been nice to, you know, have been maybe in the plane that exploded.
Who would you have had on the show?
Oh,
From
on
the
show?
movies.
Paul Rudd's dope. Paul Rudd is dope. Or Hawkeye, man. He doesn't get a lot of love. I like his Hawkeye. One of those guys, that'd be cool.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Rocket.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, cool. But then we're talking about interplanetary. Actually, okay. Season 6. It's actually just Groot. And we just have this, like, staring contest.
Like hide in space.
Yeah.
You're already interdimensional,
Yeah,
so.
that's great. I think we can get that.
You got such good material, Eddie. I know. That's amazing.
Your mom's gonna love it.
Yeah. That's the tagline. Yeah.
Hey there, sir.
How are you, sir?
My question is, when you got inhabited by that alien worm thing, and it,
Yeah.
how did you feel about that? I mean, I wouldn't be I'm inhabited by an alien.
Yeah, not
a little
that.
uncomfortable at first. He was very gentle.
How's that? That joke's gonna be really funny in a few years. Actually, no.
Let's edit that out. My favorite color is blue. Cool. It was fun. It was a new, interesting challenge as an actor. You know, I approached it as a whole new character. This, the only similarity he had with Ward is maybe this affection with. He had access to all his thoughts and feelings and stuff, Grant Ward's, but I just saw it as a whole completely different character. It just happens to be walking around in my skin. So it was a lot of fun to sort of, you know, walk around and slut and monologue.
He had a cool, like, Neo.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. That's pretty cool. He's a mean stand-up comic too. I don't know. I mean, it was cut out, unfortunately. But over the ending credits, there was supposed to be kind of like the end of Louis C.K. or Seinfeld, where he goes and he does a bit. He's just like standing up, and he's like, okay, what else? I thought that joke was going to be funnier. And it was not, so I didn't. Goodbye, Joe.
Moving on.
Aaron, tell me about your day. All right, thank you.
All right, first I just want to say that at work with one of my best friends, we have a
At work? He's got an AT-AT on his shirt. Another pun.
Yeah. at work.
Yeah.
We have a code word for when we're just so high-stressed and angry that we kind of want to either punch a customer or a coworker. This is with my good friend at work. And we just say Grant Ward. That's our code word. So I just want to tell you that. And then, that's our code word. Code word. And then,
It sounded like you were working in a very scary place.
Second, before season 3, there were a lot of fan theories about where Ward was going to go, what Inhuman he would become. I was wondering what your favorite fan theory that you heard on that end.
Oh, I thought that, there was a few. That I was supposed to be Hellfire.
That was my favorite.
And that I was supposed to be, come on, what's that guy's name?
Taskmaster?
Thank you, Taskmaster. I forgot. I was the Deathstroke, Deadlock, Taskmaster. That dude had a cool costume. I was looking forward to that. I don't know about the white boots. When you're fighting crime, he puts on white boots. I think they're like buckaroo boots too, like pirate boots. Well, pirate boots are pretty good, I guess, but white. No, they get scuffed up, man. That's no, I can't even wear a white shirt. White shoes, white boots? No. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. And once I read up on it, I could see where there might be some parallels, and they could sort of speed that up for, a big Taskmaster reveal. But guess it wasn't on the task list. But season 5. That was a big laugh. Yes, ma'am.
So this is the second panel that I've been to with you at DragonCon.
I'm sorry. Let me just put that out there.
And you made a few jokes in the last one I was in about being offered jobs by the questioners. So I was wondering.
I like where this is going.
Sorry, I don't have a job, but.
Okay, next question. Don't like where it's going.
I was wondering, other than scheduling conflicts, have you ever passed on an acting job, and what was the reason?
Yeah, I have passed on a few of them, but I went to school. I'd like to have a big long career doing a whole bunch of different roles, not to be typecast as the same role. So I love me some Grant Ward. I had such a blast playing Grant Ward. People have asked me, what other superhero would you like to play? None. Like, I love who I'm playing. It has been such a great journey. And I've loved every second, and I've loved my cast, I love everything. So I don't really want, that just feels like a chapter of my life and career, and I don't necessarily want to play just Grant Ward in a different show. So yeah, certainly my next job will not be that, unless of course I get a phone call. Maybe, yeah, in season 5, of course, playing Iron Man. But that's a baking show, so that is different. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, the first thing is that I wanted to thank you and compliment you for not forgetting about DragonCon and for holding the whole weekend. So thank you very much for that. But the second thing is, I have a suggestion that since they started off your character as the nice guy.
I'm just going to drink this while you give me the suggestion.
Okay. Maybe they could revisit it because it was only part of and maybe he could eventually be a that will be the solution a couple of seasons later, like another 4 seasons, that he will actually be the key or the solution since his character.
Ask me again.
Let's take it to the writer hilarious. I think we can have another four seasons of you.
Thank you.
This has been touched on a lot, parts of it already in the discussion, but I was in line, I want to ask you a question. So, as an actor, what is it like, or what was it like just switching roles from, Grant Ward to not Grant Ward? Is there anything in particular, or unusual, or challenging about it?
Switching roles. I mean, I never saw them as obligations. I saw them as opportunities. These are really big things. I mean, especially in the beginning, I don't know. I wasn't really sure where Grant Ward was going. There was a lot that was hinted at again, but they didn't really open the window. Sorry, guys, my writer's here. Sorry. I'll give him a call back. Yeah. I get distracted easy. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I saw them as opportunities, all of these points. They were big turning points in the story, so I knew that it wasn't, they were going to affect the entire show. And it was a lot of fun to have that challenge, and I really did see it as not just like them seeing if I could do it. They were doing it for the interest of the most compelling story, and so I felt a big. I wanted to do it justice, and I saw it as an opportunity. That's why I went to school and to do what I love, and I got a chance to do it, and I got a chance. I mean, in what other universe am I able to play 3 different characters in one show? I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. So I saw them as opportunities, and they gave me a little thing, and I ran with it, much like the girl did who said the word. Was down the street with that. So that's sort of a window into my own working. So yeah.
So actually, we only have, I've been told, only a couple minutes left. So 5 minutes. So in order to get through all of these, let's keep these we're probably going to do a speed round. So keep it super short and tight.
So what you're saying is that we need to move this forward.
To be in the Marvel Universe again, even as a shoelace, and I was wondering how you felt about that, if you would be a shoelace as well.
Maybe a shoe. Shoelace.
But I meant the shoe. You play shoe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, I have a question. What's your favorite 90s hip-hop song, and can you decide your favorite line from it?
My favorite 90s hip-hop song? Oh, man, come on. Aisha, that was a great one. Also, Bell Big DeVoe. Come on. All of that. Ain't nothing but G-Things. Great. 1, 2, 3, into the funk. Snoop Doggy 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 Dre. Is that done? We're gonna make an answer so bad.
So my question to you is this: how
would you feel about your character Grant Ward possibly crossing over to another show that's not related to MCU, like The Walking Dead, Flash, or even The Brady Bunch?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I can see, but Brady Bunch. Here's the story.
The lovely Wardy.
Who was bringing up 3 really weird events?
I really don't know where to go with that. I was busy drinking water.
Last question, please.
So I want to know actually about how you got the job on Besides Still Waters. It's one of my favorite movies. I'm going to close that out with a non-S.H.I.E.L.D. related question.